Today you'll learn how to create a color palette using an image and two websites called Canva.com and color.adobe.com. So both of these websites are free to use, and I'll leave a link to both of them in the description below. So let's get started. So to create this color palette, we need an image with some interesting colors. So this could be an image that you took yourself or even an image that you just found online. So I found a few images here, and I'm going to go to this website called Canva.com. So I'll leave a link to this website in the description below, and it's free to use as well. So this will just look through your image like this one here, and it will just give you 5 different colors that you can work with. So it's based on the image that you upload. So I'm going to click on upload image, and I'm going to go to my image here, and I'm going to click on upload. So watch what happens after it analyzes the image. It's going to give me 5 different colors. So these are the 5 different colors that we're going to use to create the color palette. So now that we have our colors, let's go into Photoshop and create a document of the color palette. So I'm going to start by clicking on the selection tool on the top left hand corner and choose the rectangular marquee tool. So if you click and hold right here, you'll see the rectangular marquee tool. And I'm just going to click and drag and create a rectangle. So this should be just halfway across the page, just about there. And this is where the image will be, and this is where the colors will be. So I'm going to take the image that we got before. So you just need to go File, Open, and open up your image that you had before. So this is the image that we used. And then go Select and click on Select All. So it selects the entire image. Then click on Edit and click on Copy. So it copies the image. Then we're going to go back to the document and click on Edit, Paste Special, and Paste Into. So that's going to paste the image inside of that rectangle that we drew before. So you'll notice this new layer right here. So you can double click on this layer and rename it to Image. So if you don't see this layer panel, just go to Windows and click on Layers right here. So click on the image layer right here and press Ctrl T or Command T if you're on a Mac. So now we can resize this image. So I'm just going to flip this image over by pressing Shift and just clicking and dragging on those corners right here. So if you hold Shift, you can keep it at a 90-degree angle. So it just keeps everything accurate. So let's make this bigger and place it just there. So I think it looks good there, and let's hit Enter. So that's the image. So that looks good. Now next I want 5 different circles with 5 different colors just going downwards here. So let's go down to the shape tool right here. So if you click and hold, there's a few options. Rectangle tool, rounded rectangle tool. You want to choose the ellipse tool right here. So let's choose that. And while you hold Shift, press and hold Shift and click and drag. Then you can create a symmetrical circle. So if you don't hold Shift, it's going to create an oval. So we just want a symmetrical circle. So that's good. And you can change the color of the circle by clicking right here to any color that you want. But we're going to get our the actual color soon. So I'm just going to leave it black for now. And let's also give it an outline, a white outline as well. So I'm going to give it a white outline of about, let's just say about 30 pixels. And you can't really see it right now because we're going to make it white and it's got a white background. But it will look good after we give it a shadow. So let's give it a shadow. So click on the ellipse layer right here and go to Layer, Layer Style, and click on Drop Shadow. So that's going to give it a drop shadow right here. And you can also change the shadows in the shadow settings. So you can change the opacity and lower the opacity. And you can also change the distance of the shadow. So you can see it goes up and down there. And you can also change the spread of the shadow. And you can also change the size of the shadow as well. So let's click on OK. And I might make the outline a little bit smaller. So I think that's a bit too big right now, the white outline. So you can just play around with these settings here. Yeah, I think that looks good there. So next, let's make a few extra copies of this. Oh, I forgot one more thing. We need to create the color code. So just below this, I want the name of the color just below it. So I'm just going to click on the text tool and click right here. And in any font, you can use, there's plenty of fonts here. So I'm just going to use the font called Roboto here. But there's plenty of other fonts that you can use on Photoshop. So I'm just going to type in hashtag 000000. So that's the color code for black in Photoshop. Let's just make this a bit smaller and move this down. Cool, so I think I like it there. And I'm also going to make this just slightly bolder as well. So just maybe about, let's just say light. I think that looks good. Yep, so that looks good there. So it's nice and simple. So now what I want is 4 extra copies of this. So to create an extra copy, click on the text layer and press and hold Control or Command if you're on a Mac, and click on the ellipse layer right here, which is the shape layer. So we have both of those layers selected. So don't worry if it doesn't look like the shadow is not selected. It is actually selected. And then just click and drag it, both of those, into the new layer icon just next to the bin icon. And that will create an extra copy. So when you click the move tool, and when you press and hold shift and then move this down, you have an extra copy now. So you just need to do that 3 more times. So there's another extra copy, and as you move down, you can see the spacings. You need to keep those equal. So it's 0.4 inches spacing in between each one. So it looks good when they're all equal. So let's move it down again. And let's move it down one more time. We need 5 different colors. So let's move another one. So it's a bit too big right now, so we can move them all down and also resize them as well. So let's click on this top layer, which is this one here. Let's go all the way down and click on the bottom layer, which is this circle here. And let's just move them all now. And let's also resize them by pressing Control T or Command T if you're on a Mac. And just place them just nicely on the center, just about there. Cool, so I think it looks good there. So let's hit enter. So now let's go and get our colors from Canva.com. So the first color is this one. All you need to do is just hover over it and click on copy, and it's going to copy the color code right here. So we're going to go into Photoshop, and we're going to choose the first circle right here. So to choose that circle, just click on right click, click on ellipse 1, and then go to the properties panel. So if you don't see the properties panel, go to Windows and click on properties right here. There'll be this little black box, just click on that. And there'll be this little gradient box, click on that to get the color picker tool. Then all you need to do is just paste in the color code just right here, and your color is just right there. And click on OK, and the color changes. So now click on the text and paste in the same color code, and there it is. There's the first one. So now you just do the same thing to the rest. So just copy this and go to the second circle, click on the color tool, paste that in, and also paste in the color code right here as well. And let's do that to the third one now. So you can see how easy this is. I just keep this as a document to play around with different color palettes, and I'll use this on like brands and websites and things like that. So let's copy this. So that's kind of a pinkish color, and you can also see the names of the colors as well. So that's quite neat. So you can also use that. And you can also kind of put that next to these texts as well, but I didn't do that this time. But sometimes I actually place the text, the name of the colors, in the next to the color codes as well. Looks good. So let's go to the fourth one, just like a brownish color, and let's right click. So I forgot to paste the text in here, so let me just go back, copy this, and let's just paste this in here. So let's copy this, right click, and let's change the colors here as well, and let's also change the text. So we've got one more now. So right click and choose this one, and let's choose the last copy, the last color, and let's choose the color picker tool, and let's paste that in, and let's paste in the text as well. So there you go. So there's the color palette. So that looks really good, and that's how you create a color palette using Canva.com. So there's also one more thing I wanted to show you. That's another website called color.adobe.com. So I'll make another video on this later on, but I just wanted to show you guys this really quickly as well. So color.adobe.com. So I'll leave a link to this in the description below as well. So let's just say out of the 5 colors that Canva gave you, and let's just say you are most interested in this color right here. You can just copy this color and you can paste it into one of these 5 different boxes. So usually I just paste it into this middle box right here. So I'm going to hit paste and hit enter. So now this color wheel is going to give you even more colors to work with. And with this website, you actually have more control. So you can choose monochromatic colors, complementary colors, split complementary colors, and you can also control it yourself as well. So this middle box represents this middle circle right here. So you can move these other circles around if you wanted like some different types of colors, and you can also move it inwards and outwards if one color is too light. So let's say this purple color is a bit too dark, you can just move it inwards. So it just gives you some nice consistent looking colors. And you can also move them all in together, and it also gives you some really nice consistent colors there. So with both of these websites, you can create a total of 9 different colors. So that is a lot of colors, but I just use this also as a second option, or sometimes I even use this as the first option as well. So this is also a really good website. If you guys want me to make another video on this in detail, then comment down below and I'll make a video on this as well. So that's how you create a color palette with Photoshop and Canva and color.adobecom. So if you have any questions, comment down below. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. It really helps out this channel. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do, because I come out with videos like this daily. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video.